Okay, in this video we're going to look at parenting objects. Parenting means that you can nest objects within another object. So the object that I would say the child object, for example, this is a parent, this is a child, so the child would inherit the transformations you do for the parent. Why is this important? So this is a kind of the basics of rigging. And what rigging is in a skeleton is pretty much the same way, but it's how the bones inherit transformations of the parent bone. We're going to look at that when we're doing character and creating a skeleton. Okay, so now let's have a look at the parenting. So let's say this cube, the pink cube or red cube, I want it to be a child of the blue cube. So I select the child and I select the parent, and then Command P, Control P for you. If you are using the Mac, Command P. So set parent to object. Okay, so if you look at here, let me just rename it. So blue, cube blue, and so let me just put that cube green so it's easy for you to see. Cube pink and the sphere, right? So okay, so you can see now that the cube pink became a child because it's inside the cube blue, yeah, of the blue one. So that means if I move the cube now, the blue one, the pink will follow. If I rotate, it will do exactly the same thing, okay? But not the other way around. So it means I can move and do whatever I want with the blue cube and the pink will follow, and I will then be able to transform the pink cube without affecting the parent. Okay, so if I want to rotate this, I can rotate. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, so I continue doing this. This is one way of thinking. This is the basic of parenting. So now I could say, I could make this blue, now the green cube, child of the blue. So I would just Control P and object, and again now I have both, right? The other thing I could do, I can make the sphere a parent of the green. So let's try that. So select the child, select the parent, Control P, and then I want to change now. I wanted this to be a child of the pink, so the green. So Control P, object. So now, yeah, so it's showing now the green is a child of pink, and let's see what happens now. Yeah, so I can rotate this one. If I rotate that one, yeah, so that's how it works. Okay, if I scale as well, so then my sphere is a child of the green, so we'll scale too. Okay, so that's how it works. The next thing we're going to look at, and I'm just going to undo everything here. We look at constraints. So so if you want to Alt P, if you want to clear the parent, you press Alt P and you clear parent. Okay, so let's have a look. I think I need to select all of them. Alt P, clear parent. So they're all now clear. So they're all back to where they were, known as child of anything else. The other thing we're going to look at is constraints. Constraints, it's down here on the menu. Object constraint properties. So there are many options here you can use. So let's see, if I move this there and then I add an object constraint, let's say copy location. So copy location, and I'm going to say which objects I want the copy to copy the location of the blue cube. And I say, let's say the pink cube, sorry, it's the other way around. So I want the pink to be where the blue is. So I select the pink one, add object constraint, copy location, and then copy location of the blue one. And then it went to where the blue one is. So if I move the blue, the pink will always follow exactly the same location. Of course, it's on the top of each other. So I have here options that can, I need to select the pink. I need to, then I can offset. Okay, I offset the pink, yeah, based on the world space. So if I move now the blue, the pink will follow with an offset. Okay, let me just do a demonstration. So let's say I'm going to rotate this. Yeah, I have a copy location. Yeah, so let's say if I press G and I press local. Yeah, so now it makes sense. If I move in Z-axis, yeah, so move up and down the Z-axis, this one has got a constraint in the local axis. So the pink now moves in its own Z-axis, yeah, so that's how it works. So if I move now in Y, yeah, so my pink is also moving in Y. Right, so so you can create really complex type of connections here and making and parenting. Okay, so let's now add for the pink, let's add a constraint, another constraint, let's say a rotation constraint, and rotation constraint for the green cube. Okay, now again, let's just put, well, let's say what happens to the world space. So if I move this one, the pink will move. If I rotate, it's not rotating, but it's moving according to the axis, yeah, the local axis. But if I rotate this one now, then my cube is rotating as well in the same way, because we applied a rotation constraint. So whatever the green does in terms of rotation, the other one will do, the pink will do. So and let's say if I add here, still with the pink one, I'm going to add another constraint to scale, and I'm going to use this sphere. So a sphere. Okay, right. And now if I scale the sphere, sorry, the sphere, and then you see I cannot scale now my pink cube because it's a constraint. So the pink will not scale, will not rotate. If I want to rotate as well, I'm not going to be able to rotate. It's not rotating actually, I'm moving. Yeah, because the rotation is constrained to the green cube only.